We've seen tremendous activity at the local level and among philanthropies. But unfortunately, Minnesota is just not keeping up. And this is an area of vital infrastructure with a tremendous opportunity for return on investment for driving Minnesota's economy into the future, improving quality of life in much of greater Minnesota. And recently I embarked upon a modest border-to-border broadband tour, if you will, speaking with about 16 communities throughout Minnesota on this topic. And if we identified any themes or, recommendations from that effort, it's that first and foremost that this is vital infrastructure for the 21st century, and that our communities depend upon that kind of connectivity to compete and to attract young families and to really, put forth a quality of life in greater Minnesota that they expect to have moving forward. Secondly, there are unique challenges in many of our communities, and we need local solutions to match with those local challenges. And one of the biggest problems facing our communities really comes down to economics. I think our private providers, our cooperatives, our communities themselves would recognize that there's a limited return on investment in many parts of greater Minnesota for infrastructure investments tied to broadband and telecommunications, and that we need to have an infusion of capital to get out to those hard-to-reach areas. And that's what this fund, this border-to-border broadband fund, intends to do, is to target new resources, both state and hopefully local, to addressing this challenge and in moving the dial and making Minnesota a leader when it comes to broadband investments in infrastructure and the services and applications that ride on that infrastructure. And one last takeaway I took from this round of hearings throughout Minnesota, informal listening session meetings, is that folks are tired of talking about the issue. They want to see action. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've put some goals into statute. It looks like we're going to fall short of those goals. But regardless, we need to have this conversation at the state level, at the legislature. It's high time that we do that. And I view this session as the perfect time to kick off that conversation.